Well, I didn't expect to do this video, but apparently after a friend of mine's from Manic Expression, long-haired creepy guy, have mentioned this on a very brief blog, as well as seeing some forums talking about it as we speak from both Manic Expression as well as comicbookcast.com, as well as some videos being done by comicbookcast.com. There's no other way around it. As you guys may have heard or just finding out slowly, Young Justice and Green Lantern has been pulled from Cartoon Network. Again, I say again because this is not the first time they have attempted this. They have pulled the plug before on these shows, and fans of the show have lost their mind. They really handed Cartoon Network a new one to the point where they have to come back and say, no, 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 it's not true. We're bringing it back. Don't worry about it. Well, apparently that's not the case because, according to at least one article I found about this, I will not leave a link to this article unless someone actually requests it because although it does says Young Justice and Green Lantern, the anime series, has been canceled. It doesn't give any really specific reason as to why. You don't know why they're doing it. Instead, it tells about um, the humongous career that Cartoon Network had as a network for 20 years. You know what? Forget. I'll leave a link. You guys can check it out. But I'm not. But keep in mind, it's not going to give us too much information on this. But it basically says here that the Cartoon Network is going to go on a world tour. They announced other shows that they're working on, and if you look at the list of the shows, they are pretty much more kid friendly than what you come to expect. Um, and that is something that I'm really bothered by. Now, here's another thing: is in this article, it does say that Cartoon Network will introduce two new action adventure half-hour series based on the popular heroes from DC. It says here it's going to be Teen Titans Go, Beware of Batman. It's a new animated series, and fine, they put in these series. What was the problem with Young Justice? For what I understand, you could have kept that too. I mean, fans, there were fans for watching it. Green Lantern had fans. So I don't get this canceling the show only to put these two shows. If anything else, I will say this, and I'll say this straight up. If anything else, fans of the DC universe, those who actually love these TV shows, may not watch it because the simple fact is they don't want to grow too attached to these shows. And that's something that Cartoon Network slash Warner Brothers are not realizing. You can't play around with people's emotions like this. First of all, you lied to your viewers saying you was going to keep these shows on the air. That's the very first mistake. Viewers don't forgive that easy when it comes to that. Viewers has a very no tolerance when a production studio of any kind says, "Oh no, we're gonna keep it back. Just be patient. You'll see." And then it turns out you just basically never had intention to bring it back, and you basically cancel it. Yeah, you may be replacing it with Teen Titans Go. Yeah, you're replacing it with Beware of Batman. But you know what? How many Batmans have we seen already? I'm keeping it real. How many Batmans have we seen already? Teen Titans Go, fine. But you know what? What was wrong with Young Justice? What was wrong with Green Lantern? And if I'm DC, I'm going to keep it real. I'm not very happy right now. Especially when they're trying so hard to push for a Justice League movie. Which, in my opinion, I'm very worried about. Because I don't know what steps they're taking. What blueprint they have. Are they going to follow a blueprint the same as what Marvel did with their properties? Or are they going to just be a one and done situation where they're going to put all sorts of characters that either A, people don't even know about, like the other comic books, Justice League they done a long time ago, or B, Are they gonna make it into this is a story arc of this character, this story arc, this character? They're all gonna come together, and we got the Justice League. Whatever you're doing, I tell you right now, you're not giving any faith. This situation here isn't giving many comic book diehard DC fans any much faith. I honestly, I can't say I'm shocked because this was mentioned before. I'm just angry at the fact is that Cartoon Network is playing games with popular properties. If the property is popular and its rating is strong, then by all means excel from it. And there's something else that was also, as I look at this article here, there's also something else that also I think that they also fail to realize. I think they fail to realize the power of the demographic that's here. I think they still think that these shows are only watched by children. There is a strong adult following that watch these shows as well. Men and women between the ages of 25 to 37 do watch these shows, still have the enjoyment. You can't just think of the young demographic anymore, especially when it comes to properties like this. Yeah, do I think there should be something for the little ones? Absolutely, I have no problem with that. I don't have no problem with that. But you also got to keep in mind that there are other properties that you should target for older viewers, especially adult viewers. If anything that My Little Pony had taught us, I hate to bring them up, but you have to when you deal with this. Anything My Little Pony brings up is that shows that you think is not for that is not originally for adults do tend to attract the older viewers. I know people like saying, why you have to bring My Little Pony up, but I'm just keeping it real. If you look at the majority of viewers that watch My Little Pony between the bronies or the children of the show, you'd be surprised who outweigh what. I also I don't know if people realize this or have seen the blogs, but there's a lot of people who are very angry at Cartoon Network right now. A lot of people are not happy with them. A lot of people think that they have lost their ways, that they're trying to continue to push the shows. They're going backwards because when they first started out, and this is something that's very important, when I first saw Cartoon Network when I was little, I didn't call it Cartoon Network. I called it the Hanna-Barbera Network because that's all you saw in that network was Hanna-Barbera cartoons. And then during the 90s, they started to evolve. They had a short, and then that short, I can't get the name. They had a short, but you had Dexter's Laboratory coming out the show. You had Donnie Bravo. You had Powerpuff Girls, and from there they started evolving more and more. Then you had shows that were geared for adults. Boondocks, Samurai Jack, the Afro, I believe it was called the Afro Samurai. You had a lot of shows that was geared for adults. So you were evolving from there. You were evolving from what it once were, and to go backwards is not the right way. Look, I'm not saying you should not make shows for children. That's not what I'm saying. But you got to have a balance, especially when you already made it clear that you also have a particular division just geared for the adult audience. Adult Swim was born from that. So I think they need to take a look at the DC property, not just as just a simple kids property, but something a lot more. And them canceling these shows, I'm gonna tell you right now. Even though this article, and yeah, I will leave it up because I think it's still important to read. I kind of wish they would have told more explanation as to why they're canceling, these shows. But I will leave it for you guys to look at. But the problem what I have with this is that you're basically spitting in the on spitting in the face of those fans who was actually waiting for these shows to come back, or had high hopes for these shows because they really did love these shows and it did have a high rating. And even though I said again, you're pushing for 2 new comic book shows, I don't think the people who are fans of Batman or the Teen Titans are gonna watch it because they're like, well, they're gonna cancel it in 1 year anyway. So what's the point? Why should I waste my time? You cancel one of my favorite shows. Why should I grow attached to another show that's going to be thrown out? Now, hopefully, that the petition will open these guys' eyes and realize that there is a fan base for the show. I don't know. I seriously doubt it because they look like from this article that they're trying to push forward. Again, it doesn't give me anything in terms of why they did what they did. No explanation at all. I'm, but I will leave it up because some of you guys may want to read it. All it is showing stuff that they have planned for the future. And for most of the stuff I'm seeing here, 99.9% of the time, with the exception of probably 2 shows, which are all DC shows, it seems like they're gunning more. They're going back to more of a child-friendly route with this. And if they're doing that, they got to be mindful that they're gonna be losing a lot more viewers than what they gain. That's just my opinion. I will do a follow-up video on this. I have to, because if there is new information, I at least want to give you guys new information. I'll post it on both of the channels that I'm working with. I will post this on Matic Expression as well as Complicast. Keep in mind, if the update happens after I posted this video, there will be a 1-day gap between that new video because there's rules that I gotta go by. So keep that in mind. But it will definitely be on YouTube, so you can check it out from there as well. That's it for now, guys. I can't blame the fans for being angry. I can't blame the fans from Young Justice to be angry. I can't blame the fans of Green Lantern or even both of the shows to be angry. They felt betrayed by the network. Most of them are saying they lied to them, which they did. And to me, even though they bring in 2 other DC comic properties in the forefront, one we've seen it, both of them, by the way, we've seen a dozen times. They might as well just stick with the other 2 shows they had. The fact is, I think they shot themselves in the foot because no one is going to waste and invest their time on these shows when you keep canceling them. Gotta stop doing that. There was no reason for the cancel those 2 shows. But that's until somebody comes up and say, "Look, you gotta stop doing this. You're hurting us." Stop doing that. But until somebody steps up to the plate and tells these executives that not just kids watch these shows, they're gonna keep doing it. And I don't think I can't really blame any fans for not investing in the new shows. If anything, these hurt those 2 shows. It hurts them. That's all I gotta say. It hurts them. You could have had all those shows in there, and it'll be fine. But to me, them making that decision, it hurts the shows. That's the only way I can tell it. But that's just it for me. I will keep you guys informed. I will do an update as soon as possible. So this is J77 saying take care, be safe. Talk to you soon.